No, I see what you mean. And then I'm getting like not like a chew on Band-Aids, but.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah. But, do you get that on that same look?
I was trying to enjoy it, not call out Band-Aids.
Well,
And
no.
you poorly. I really just want to try it. Like,
Just, in a good way. It was kind of like
Gotcha.
smoky. Not like
I liked it. I mean,
way, but I like the smoke. Wow.
Maybe that Red White America single malt's really good.
Is that even a?
It's really good.
That part. That's a
the
table.
more you drink it, the more it's like kind of fun and like, and you don't have anything like it. So.
I think that's the best single malt. I mean, I don't think I know that's the best single malt I've had.
Yeah, it's. I would say that's true for me too.
Then you can make me open it up for each other.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad to hear you say that. People have been shitting on those a little bit. Just
The single
because
malts?
it's not their swim lane and they want to be opinionated on. People are hardcore bourbon, and you have anything that.
Well, make sure you understand we are live, so just so you know.
Okay.
Go ahead, pick one.
You poured them. You know which one's which.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully.
No, I do. I remember I had to look twice. Like I was snapping.
And I more or less want to try these side by side to see the quality between the two because I know they're both great.
So we know viscosity.
16 grease lighting?
It does have good viscosity.
Grease lighting.
Grease lighting, yeah.
It's viscosity. Viscosity. That's what I'm here for, man.
Like 50 weight.
Okay, on the nose, I would say this is the 16-year grease light. Just on the nose. Not that I care which one's which. I do care about the quality between the two on how they would stack up.
Damn, Richard, did you leave the bottles right where they was like
Did you
positioned?
forget?
I don't know.
Did you forget?
Did you? No, I just put them in the right place. I remember which one's which.
He said, I know, I absolutely
Which
know.
one you walked out?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
all but sure that this is the grease lightning. Let me try this. Oh, yeah, it is.
That's your right hand?
Yeah, the right hand. Let me just before I lock in. If nobody wanted to bet me.
Nobody put no money on the table. Tim said, put some money on the table. Buy me a couple pours. I was betting on Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst. Is when you get bet on you like, dang, you gonna give me the.
I would have given odds.
He gave you 5 to 1.
Oh man. That's King of Kentucky. That's very good. It makes the fruit components of this really come out.
So those might be
This
good
one's
lips.
more bold. In the heat, the staying power and the heat on the King of Kentucky really shines. Like that's why I brought this bottle because I'm trying to find barrels that can beat this on the staying power and the mouthfeel right now is awesome.
So for those people that are watching, comment below if you're one of the King Kentucky fans and you know what good
That
it does to
was
soul.
2019, and those are barrel specific. So some of the single barrels only have like 20 bottles in them.
Oh wow.
That was a higher yield one, but it's. I've had some King of Kentuckys that were like drain pours, and I've had some that were just incredible.
And a drain pour is what exactly?
Not pour it down the drain.
It's literally the way it says that.
Yeah. I had one the first year. I don't know if it was 2017 or whatever the first year was. Like the green, it was like the worst barrel I ever had. It was
Funky.
It was.
First ones.
It wasn't good.
They were trying like it. Wasn't working very well, are they? 18 were bad.
Well, he got it right at the end of the day.
This
You
one,
won.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I would drink the 16-year Grease Lightning personally. I would drink this over that. Standpoint.
What's the proof difference in the two?
Good question.
King's like 67, Grease Lightning's like 60, 63? 63.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I'll double check that.
Favorite turkey, buff turkey bottle, people comment below.
Yeah, 67
Interesting.
and 63. The King is killer.
Man, I wish I would have brought
I
the.
really like that King.
I wish I would have brought those. I had them at the store. Friday.
Yeah,
I
that's
had a crazy ride and a rear hook ride.
That's the single
Side by
project,
side.
so Buffalo Trace, they
Really
broke it out
fun.
and they basically.
Completely different.
Let me record this.
Yeah.
They're completely different.
I don't wanna misspeak on it, I don't
And
fully
read about it
understand
real
it all.
quick, man. Look, you don't understand, sometimes if I don't feel like remembering stuff, I'll literally.
I haven't had
bring
grease
my
lightning,
computer
that's the
up.
first time I've
Oh,
had it.
So
really?
I just like I
Oh,
said,
that's
I do
awesome.
on Fridays, 12 o'clock.
I've got one.
So let's try to,
It's-
you gotta
it's-
turn
it's
everything.
been-
but
I
that's
brought it
okay.
2 weekends ago, but you weren't there.
You know anything about this thing?
A little bit, you'd have to look up
That's what I'm
that
doing.
number.
Whatever.
But like the whole project in general, I know they use different sections of trees, is it all the same bill?
Look it up. I don't know if I'm misspeaking.
Better to know, and God, you guys are getting live, this is gonna stab. One thing we're gonna start doing is staying live. Because I think people need to see some people doing risky stuff. In fact too, in fact, there's just no dressing it up.
Yeah.
Either having a good time, learning, doing the work, or you
Absolutely.
may play, may believe.
You're right though, that King Kentucky makes the grease lightning now. Like it, the fruity notes and
Yes,
such.
it does.
Big
Yeah, because I don't remember grease lightning.
I've never had it, but
being that fruity, like some of the other buff turkeys.
well, that's why I was kind of surprised that this was a
Like
buff
on the
turkey.
nose, like
Yeah, I'm like,
I could smell the buff turkey on the nose.
yeah, I can smell it.
Especially compared to this.
Yeah,
This one's kind of linear, kind of flat. Like you know what you're getting on that. This one has multi dimensions.
I'm getting the grape though
Yeah. Yeah.
on it. Like definitely a lot of grape on it. After going this way, it's bringing that out a lot better.
Mhm. Yeah, like the mouth, like, I mean, I had that maybe 2 minutes ago, and it almost tastes like it was like finished in like a white grape.
Yep.
Something.
For sure.
For over a century, Buffalo Trace has been a pioneering leader in the quality and innovation, or in quality and innovation. The single oak project may be its most inventive undertaking yet, an industry first. It all started with 96 individually selected American oak trees. These trees were carefully chosen with special consideration for the thickness of the wood and grain. Then staves were made from these trees and kept close together for seasoning. Not just staves of the same tree, but staves of the same half of the tree. Both bottom and top were then made into single oak barrels and uniquely charred. Next, the oak barrels were filled with different whiskeys, altering the combination of the mash bill recipe and entry proof used. The barrels were aged in a variety of warehouses on different floors and different locations. Each barrel in the single oak project is different from every other barrel in at least one aspect. As the bourbon aged, we prepared ourselves to reveal the results, the outcome of the most experimental undertaking of its kind. To the whiskey connoisseurs of the world, savor these unique bourbons and give us your feedback. We want you to share.
So does it say what number 41 is?
Sorry.
It's pretty light, actually. What are the ages?
Yeah,
on
as soon as
those?
I tried that one, I knew I was wrong.
I think they're younger than.
You said
like
40
the,
or 41?
41.
41 is a weeder
Leader.
with a barrel entry proof of 125. The number of months of stave seasoning was 12.
Yeah,
The grain size was tight.
What's the months of stave seasoning? So after you put it in the barrel, you put those staves in the barrel with it?
No.
Oh, shit.
Where-
Rickhouse K, number 3 char.
Everybody's perspective.
What's the 12?
It's from the top half of the tree.
What's the 12-month season? With the staves?
So
Oh, is it-
after the staves are cut,
They dry them, right?
Before they make the barrel.
before they make the barrel, like the flat staves before they're steamed, and I don't think they're jointed yet, but maybe
They just
do.
let them cure.
Yeah, so they're basically oak boards.
On a pallet.
Gotcha.
Almost stacked on a pallet outside.
Just
So,
letting them
letting
cure.
it air out.
Yeah, okay.
And that's kind of a controversial thing. How many, like some people swear, like that you gotta have at least 36 months seasoning, like outside.
Before you barrel.
Before
use
you
to
do
barrel.
it, and they swear by it. And then other people, including some cooperages I've talked to, are like, it doesn't matter.
Every barrel in this,
They're dried out, and the charring process eliminates any of the things that you're talking
Brad
about.
Boswell said it does not matter. But
Oh, okay, well, fuck, you would know.
Yeah, but he said Maker's Mark demands that it's
There you go.
36 months.
36 on
And
acres, yeah.
and he's like
You know, it's eight
independent state,
Independent state.
like one of the top dogs,
Yeah.
so
Gotcha.
he would know. And Kelvin Cooperage also said it does not matter.
Every barrel on this list is either 6 months or 12.
Yeah.
There's nothing more than 12 months in the
Wow.
entire list all the way down.
So it's all young whiskey.
The coolest is is the last one. It's rings per inch of like I guess wood grain rings on the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
20.
highest? 20, I was
Well,
gonna say.
so 20 is what 41 is. Let me scroll down and see if that's the highest number.
Those are-
There is a 21.
Super expensive bottles, are they?
No,
Well, they're all 375s.
Couple
too.
$100, I think. Yeah. I bought that at the distillery, like, I don't know how many years ago.
21.
Whatever that, 2021?
No, 21's the highest number of rings.
Yeah, I bought that
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, they were selling them at the distillery in boxes, and then they included a stave from the barrel. Like they cut off a little nib of the stave of the barrel, and then it comes like a little gift package or something in there. So, and those were kind of hard to get, and so they had that as their project thing, and then the Buffalo Trace
Experimental.
not BTAC,
Yeah.
and then those things, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those
They get
those-
funky, get old juice.
Oh,
in those.
they do all kinds of experiments, and that, and
I don't think I've ever had any of those.
No, really?
Oh,
they're good.
Do they look just like this? Are they
No.
No, they're shorter, fat
They're-
bottles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're short, squatty bottles.
Yeah, I got a few different ones. I'll bring them
Like
to the Blendery.
Hancock's bottles?
Yeah, they're-
375
they're-
milliliter.
Oh,
Like
okay.
ours, only a little more round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one that's got 19-year juice in it. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
phenomenal.
Some of those go for big bucks.
Yeah.
And like infrared toasting the staves
Oh,
and like
I think I've ever eaten
all
some.
Yeah,
kinds
it's
of.
crazy stuff. They do really. Like if you go to the vault, you know, where you start the tours, we'll see, you guys will see it tomorrow. And you'll, the vault there where you start the tours of Buffalo Trace, where there's just shit tons of old crazy whiskey in there. You'll see some of those specific experimental ones that are like 25
You
year
might-
and
I think
27 year.
don't you be on a tour to get that or no?
No, it's right in the upstairs of the gift shop. We'll be able to walk right upstairs and check it out.
Man, I had an opportunity a few years back to buy an entire vertical of the VTech. Like 140 bottles or whatever it is of all the experimental stuff.
That'd be a
And he
good one.
wanted like 100 a bottle, so I'm like, no deal.
Shit to go back and
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know what you could have got for that today?
Man, you know how many times you could say that?
Yeah.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? If I wouldn't have opened this and I wouldn't have opened that, but I've had a lot more times, good times.
I've had some wins too along the way.
That's a fucking.
What's your best win, or one of the best ones?
Yeah.
Double Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's
That's
like
like not business. Like
Life, he's like
bourbon.
life win. What's the life win you want?
Like hobby.
What?
Like a hobby into whiskey, not through the Blendery.
Like bottles purchased
Sure,
before.
yeah.
Meaning like finding, hunting?
Yeah, finding or looking out or
looking out
walking into a
into-
store
They were walking
or.
to a store in Tulsa, and there were, I remember this specifically, there were two 30th anniversary bookers.
That's a
And
great bottle.
there was no limit,
Oh shit.
and they were MSRP. And I was like, hey, are these kind of, I can make both these, and they're like, yeah, do whatever you want. I was like, perfect. Sold one, drank one.
One of my favorite ones was stopped at a liquor store in Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Broadway, right on.
Yeah,
right on,
yeah.
Kind of like going to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always used to stop there, and they'd have like free barrel picks and smell kit stuff or whatnot. And they would do barrel picks, and we found, it was actually kind of a funny story. So they had and this was like Elijah Craig barrel pick, the low proof one, 93 proof,
Yeah.
single barrel pick, and it was like $22.99 or something. And then, so on that kind of stuff, I usually like crack one, try it, hey, is it good, I'll buy more.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. And so I bought a case, and then they sat there for like 6 or 9 months. So I dipped like 3 times, and so I bought several cases of them at like $22, and then I think one guy like gave me 10% off, so like $20 a bottle. And these are the best Elijah Craigs I've ever had on like the low proof store pick ones. And I got a buddy, Jason, he used to come to my old house and bring like crazy big bottles, and he goes, dude, I got one that beats it. I got the best one. And I'm like, dude, I don't think it's gonna beat this one. He had the same fucking bottle. The same store in Muskogee. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, did you stop in a Muskogee? It's like, yeah, man, this thing's awesome. I'm like, dude, I got cases of it over here.